Amazon.com logo. Raab and Moskowitz Asset Management LLC cut its position in Amazon.com Incorporated, Nasdaq Amzn, by 5.2% during the third quarter, Holdings Channel reports. The fund owned 1,317 shares of the e-commerce giant stock, after selling 72 shares during the period. Raab and Moskowitz Asset Management LLC's holdings in Amazon.com were worth $1,102,000 at the end of the most recent reporting period. Other large investors have also modified their holdings of the company. Vanguard Group Incorporated raised its position in shares of Amazon.com by 4.8% in the second quarter. Vanguard Group Incorporated now owns 23,795,875 shares of the e-commerce giant stock worth $17,028,804,000, after buying an additional 1,082,051 shares during the last quarter. BlackRock Institutional Trust Company (NA) raised its position in shares of Amazon.com by 1.1% in the second quarter. BlackRock Institutional Trust Company (NA) now owns 10,080,377 shares of the e-commerce giant stock worth $7,213,719,000, after buying an additional 111,791 shares during the last quarter. BlackRock Fund Advisors raised its position in shares of Amazon.com by 1.8% in the second quarter. BlackRock Fund Advisors now owns 4,694,139 shares of the e-commerce giant stock worth $3,359,220,000, after buying an additional 82,894 shares during the last quarter. Tiacraft Investment Management LLC raised its position in shares of Amazon.com by 8.9% in the second quarter. Tiacraft Investment Management LLC now owns 2,975,858 shares of the e-commerce giant stock worth $2,129,584,000, after buying an additional 243,132 shares during the last quarter. Finally, Ameriprise Financial Incorporated raised its position in shares of Amazon.com by 1.2% in the second quarter. Ameriprise Financial Incorporated now owns 2,840,444 shares of the e-commerce giant stock worth $2,032,673,000, after buying an additional 34,555 shares during the last quarter. Institutional investors and hedge funds own 65.62% of the company's stock. Amazon.com Incorporated, Nasdaq Amzn, traded up 1.1546% during midday trading on Thursday, hitting $755.1089. 3,107,156 shares of the stock traded hands. The firm has a market cap of $358,802.81 billion, a price-to-earnings ratio of 172.7938, and a beta of 1.51. The stock has a 50-day moving average of $803.23 and a 200-day moving average of $755.84. Amazon.com Incorporated has a one-year low of $474 and a one-year high of $847.21. Amazon.com, Nasdaq Amzn, last posted its quarterly earnings results on Thursday, October 27. The e-commerce giant reported 52 cents earnings per share, EPS, for the quarter, missing the consensus estimate of 80 cents by 28 cents. The company earned $32.71 billion during the quarter, compared to analyst estimates of $32.69 billion. Amazon.com had a net margin of 1.64% and a return on equity of 13.47%. The company's revenue was up 29.0% on a year-over-year basis. During the same period in the prior year, the company earned 17 cents earnings per share. On average, equities analysts expect that Amazon.com Incorporated will post $4.75 EPS for the current year. A number of research analysts recently commented on the stock. Goldman Sachs Group Incorporated reaffirmed a buy rating and issued a $920 price target on shares of Amazon.com in a report on Thursday, September 8. Mizuho increased their price target on shares of Amazon.com from $855 to $950 and gave the company a buy rating in a report on Friday, September 23. Evercore IC reaffirmed a buy rating and issued a $1,015 price target, up previously from $930, on shares of Amazon.com in a report on Friday, September 16. VET raised shares of Amazon.com from a hold rating to a buy rating and set an $880.16 price target for the company in a report on Thursday, October 6. Finally, Atlantic Securities set a $980 price target on shares of Amazon.com and gave the company a buy rating in a report on Friday, October 28. 6 investment analysts have rated the stock with a hold rating, 43 have assigned a buy rating, and 1 has given a strong buy rating to the stock. Amazon.com currently has a consensus rating of buy and an average target price of $912.64. In related news, CEO Andrew R. Jassy sold 14,000 shares of the company's stock in a transaction on Thursday, September 22. The shares were sold at an average price of $800 for a total value of $11,200,000. Following the sale, the chief executive officer now directly owns 68,141 shares of the company's stock, valued at $54,512,800. The transaction was disclosed in a filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission, which is available at this hyperlink. 17.70% of the stock is currently owned by corporate insiders. About Amazon.com. Amazon.com Incorporated offers a range of products and services through its websites. The company's products include merchandise and content that it purchases for resale from vendors and those offered by third-party sellers. The company has 3 segments: North America, International, and Amazon Web Services, US.